Due to language and subject matter, this program is intended for mature audiences. Any opinions expressed on this show do not represent those of the Colorado Media School or its affiliates.
Alright, so it's Industry After Hours. I'm AJ Boyleman. This is Gabby.
Hey, how's everyone doing?
It's been a while. It's our first live show on YouTube, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, seriously, it's great. We're here in the television studio, our new Mile High TV studio.
Yeah,
It's very
neat.
exciting.
Not only that is neat, but also it's National Margarita Day.
It is. Margarita is my favorite.
Yep.
I'm looking forward to
I'm
getting
not a
some.
big margarita drinker. I don't
No?
drink tequila. I had a bad experience in Austin once.
I had a bad experience with tequila as well. That is the only form that I'll drink tequila.
Did your bad
So.
experience end up with you without your keys, only your phone leaned up against your car downtown Austin, Texas?
It didn't. It did end me on the toilet after my 21st birthday.
Oh yeah, that works too.
Yeah.
Tequila has that nice little punch. That
Yeah, it does.
Can,
Well, because it tastes so good, so it's really dangerous, especially in a margarita. Like if you get a sweeter one, I like strawberry or raspberry, and all of a sudden you pound like 4, and all of a sudden it's like,
Yep, there goes the night.
seeing 2 people at once.
So we'll be talking more about margaritas later
Oh, yeah.
because it is National Margarita Day. So we got a great cocktail for you later. But other than that, this past week, it was Valentine's Day.
Yeah,
So,
not this
well,
Sunday, last Sunday,
Sunday.
but yeah, we didn't get to do a show. So, how was your Valentine's Day?
I went to Rioja with my girlfriend.
Yeah.
And it was awesome. We did the 5-course tasting menu.
That's awesome.
It was good until the second course. Second course kind of threw it off. It was a little salty.
Was it?
But other than that, the meal went really well.
But in general, like it was really
In
good.
general,
and
it was great.
They were pairing wines with everything.
Yeah,
and
we got
stuff.
the wine pairing with it
That's
as
awesome.
well. So,
That
and
sounds
then,
really good.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun. And it's cool because, what's her name? Jennifer, the chef there. We'll talk about that later too. She's I think a James Beard nominee this year.
That's
which is
amazing.
cool.
Yeah, that's
Which
really
she-
exciting.
I think she won Best Chef Southwest a few years back.
I've been meaning to check it out. I've heard so many good things about.
It's
the place.
amazing. She's a great chef. I've actually met her a couple times, once in Vail and once in Aspen. She's really down to earth. She knows her stuff though.
That's cool.
So like she knows what she's doing.
Nice.
Of course.
I had a pretty good Valentine's Day as well. It wasn't a wine pairing, but I had actually a customer. I was working the night before, and we had this large party. And for some reason, he and his wife wanted to talk to me and the other server working the whole time. They were very conversational and really sweet. And they told us about this amazing thing happening at Wits End Brewery. And they were doing, just for Valentine's Day weekend, a beer and chocolate pairing.
Oh, that's cool.
So we weren't really sure what to expect, and we walked in, and so he poured us 4 beers and gave us 4 little 2-ounce cups of chocolate, and they had board games as well. So it was really cool because we got to play board games and drink some beer and taste the chocolate. And the chocolates were really intricate. I mean, there was one that was a lemon, ginger, and black pepper chocolate, like infused. It was really amazing. It
Yeah,
was a great experience.
I've had some weird chocolates like jalapeno or chocolate covered jalapenos. Pink peppercorn chocolate is really weird.
Nice.
It's
We had
like
a
dark chocolate.
We had a bacon infused one that
Oh,
was
that's-
served with a really dark chocolate stout.
Nice.
It was amazing. It was a great experience. I thanked my customer Kent on Facebook, but I might as well give him another shout out now. I probably won't ever see him again. But I did tell him that night that I was definitely going. So
Did you go on Valentine's Day?
we
or-
did. We
Right.
did. We went around like 3 or 4, so it was kind of like mid-afternoon, and there were some people there, but it wasn't too busy, so it was really cool because it was really intimate. We just got to sit down and play some board games, and it was just a really fun experience.
Yeah, this is the first Valentine's Day I've had off in like 15 years.
I know. I was fortunate enough to have off. I don't usually work on Sundays, so it was just lucky for me that it fell on that day.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Valentine's Day, especially in fine dining, it's just,
I
you're
know.
working 16 hours pretty much that day.
Oh,
Really.
absolutely.
It's
Absolutely.
pretty insane.
Yeah.
And a lot of places do like the tasting menus and stuff like that, so brings in more of the couples, which it's kind of cool because on Valentine's Day, especially in the kitchen, you know that you're just going to be busting out 2 tops.
Yeah.
And it's a little bit easier, but you know you're going to get a lot of them. Whereas
Absolutely.
you don't get these like really big parties in the midst of that. Though.
Yeah.
Like it's not like a group of 8 doing a Valentine's Day
Right.
date.
Right.
It's-
Yeah. Usually it's 2 people, and
Yeah, basically. So a lot of
That'd be
2
nice.
tops and stuff. There's a lot of news going on this week in the industry. I don't know if you're into wine or anything,
absolutely.
but Peter Mondavi, he died at age 101 in his Napa Valley
Wow.
house. his winery / house in Napa Valley, and he's like one of the big North American. Like he did a lot for the wine business.
Yeah, absolutely.
In America, so that's really
Yeah.
neat. But he unfortunately he passed away, so my condolences go out to him and his
Yeah,
family.
absolutely. It's a sad day for all the wine drinkers.
On a lighter note, presidential candidate
Oh, gosh.
Ted Cruz. He's, you know, I don't know. I'm not going to get into
We're
politics.
not getting into a political debate, but
But
what
he
did he
did
say?
he did say something interesting in South Carolina the other day, and what he said was, if soldiers don't need gluten-free meals, he said, and I quote, "If you have celiac, you are not fit to serve in the American military." And he also said it's the last thing the commanding officer wants to deal with is gluten-free MREs, which, if you don't know what an MRE is, meals ready to eat. So that's kind of bold, especially when you're running for president.
It is, and making a bold statement against members of the military and
Yeah,
their
like-
families. I mean,
I understand,
It-
like if you have like insulin shots, if you're diabetic, you don't want to be in the middle of battle.
yeah, there's already so much criteria that goes into being able to go overseas and being a member of the military that I understand in general what he's
general, yeah.
saying, but the way he said it was not good, and
Yeah.
it lacked a little respect.
Yeah,
I think
exactly.
the way he said it, and I don't think that's going to be taken very well from the members of the military.
Probably not. And I
Which
wonder.
is not
I wonder what
good
the
when you want
statistics
to
are. Like,
become the commander in chief.
how many people do have celiac in the military? I haven't looked that
Yeah.
up. I'm gonna have to look that up and see.
That'd be a good
But,
thing to know.
Yeah, but that's kind of weird that he said that. Let's see what else is going on. You said you had a crazy day on parade day or whatever?
Oh my gosh, yeah. So obviously we're headquartered here in Denver, and we had the parade day for the Broncos winning the Super Bowl, and our owners at our restaurant said that they didn't know for sure that we were winning, so they decided not to staff our restaurant
For that day.
accordingly.
Well, they had 2 days to
So-
figure it out.
I know. That's what I said. I was like, there still was plenty of time. However, there were 2 servers, and we have about at least 40 to 50 tables, I would say. There were 2 servers, and then a girl that we were training, and that was it. There was 3 of us for 50 tables. So we ended up having her just take the whole patio outside, and then the other girl and I took the whole restaurant, basically. And then the food runners, because we don't have food runners or bussers, and the food runners were the owner and his high school daughter.
Okay.
And the kitchen had 2 people.
And there
And-
were 1.5 million people downtown.
Yes, there were.
Yep.
And our ticket times at the most were an hour to an hour 10 for food to
An
come
hour
out.
and 10 minutes for food to come, like bar food?
Yes.
That's insane.
Yes, so it was bad. And then like the owner had to go into the kitchen and help with like frying or whatever was needed. And so it was just his daughter running the food, but we still didn't have a busser, and it was madness, and customers were getting so angry, and we had to keep like comping stuff. It was so awkward, and they just were so angry at us, and we were like, I'm so sorry that there's 2 people in the kitchen.
Yeah, there's nothing you can do.
I
about
know,
it
there's
at that
nothing I can
point.
do. Like, I'm not purposely making your food take so long to come out. So
That's
it was
crazy. Yeah,
tough.
you
It
have
was
to-
hard to explain to those people. What I thought was an interesting thing was I had a group of people come in, and they were like, oh, we're so glad that we could just come and sit right down. Everywhere else has an hour wait or an hour and a half wait. And then they were complaining about waiting an hour for their food. And I'm like, sir, you have to understand, just because we have more tables doesn't mean that we can get to you and serve you faster.
Yeah.
You would have had to wait an hour to an hour and a half and then sit down and then maybe another 30 minutes for your food. So
Yeah.
I was like, at least now you can sit down and drink while you wait. I mean,
Right.
if there's a silver lining.
Right.
So it was crazy.
Some customers don't understand that. Though.
I know, it was crazy.
Well, this is the Industry After Hours. I'm going to
Yeah.
do a little social media shout out real
Yeah,
quick.
absolutely.
You can find us on Facebook. It's at the Industry After Hours. You can email us at theindustryafterhours@gmail.com. We have a website. It's theindustryafterhours.wordpress.com and a Twitter account that is at Industry After. So feel free to hit us up and let us know what you guys think and if you've had a bad night or a good night or whatever. Let us
Yeah,
know.
give us
We're
some
interested
stories.
to
What we
hear
wanna talk
your
about 'em.
input. So we're going to get out of here and go to break, but when we come back, I want to talk a little bit about Anthony Bourdain.
Awesome.
So that'll be fun.
Sounds good.
All right,
We'll
it's
see you
the
back
Industry
in a
After
few.
Hours.
Colorado Media School, hands-on learning in one of the most exciting career fields out there. Internship opportunities are limitless. We have 3 on-campus radio stations, 2 TV stations, and you'll have the opportunity to participate in projects like doing play-by-play live from a sporting event or the 48-hour film project. We have after-graduation career placement assistance and financial aid for those who qualify. Check us out online at coloradomediaschool.com, on Facebook and Instagram, and CO Media School on Twitter and Snapchat. You can also call 303-937-7070.
When you are looking for a gift with that special touch, you need a touch of Colorado. Goods handcrafted by local artisans, which range from edibles to jewelry. Located in Lakewood at Belmar off of West Alaska Drive, our phone number is 303-934-2220.
A touch of Colorado.
A place where everything has that special touch.
There's only one place in Denver that has everything for the gamer, the music lover, or the dungeon delver. Featuring a wide array of new and used music in vinyl, CDs, and cassette tapes. Books, comics, and novella are easy to access and enjoy. D&D, Magic the Gathering, Warhammer, and other titles, new and obscure, are available. So come to Black and Red in Northridge Shopping Center on 80th and Wadsworth, next to the Hobby Lobby, to get your fix. Open 10 to 9, Sunday till 7.
This game sucks. I need to get a new one.
Why don't you go to Buyback Games, man?
Who the heck are you?
At Buyback Games, you can buy a variety of new, used, and even classical video games. They also specialize in on-site system repairs and disc resurfacing.
Buyback Games. Buy, sell, trade.
Due to language and subject matter, this program is intended for mature audiences. Any opinions expressed on this show do not represent those of the Colorado Media School or its affiliates.
All right, so we're back. It's the Industry After Hours. I'm AJ Broilman.
I'm Gabby. Welcome back.
All right, so what was I talking about?
You're going to talk about
Bourdain, right?
Anthony Bourdain's
So
new...
for a couple years now, Anthony Bourdain's been wanting to do this big marketplace in New York.
Okay.
And it looks like it's coming to fruition. So
Yeah?
So that's pretty cool. And I think you have some info on that
Yeah,
too,
it's
right?
it's going to be in Chelsea, New York, and it's actually going to be 155,000 square feet.
That's
which is
huge.
I can't even
It's
wrap
like-
my head around that. I don't
It's
think.
like a few blocks.
Yeah.
You know, like it's gonna
So,
be huge.
I'd
And
expect
basically,
nothing less from him, though.
From what I've heard is he wants to bring in like all these different dishes that he's had from across the world, all his travels. So he's like bringing in these dishes like from Vietnam and Singapore, Hong Kong, Mexico, just all the like kind of street food and stuff that he got to have on his travels. So that's kind of cool. And I have some of them. He did a top 10 list. I have like 4 of these. The first one is bun thai from the lunch lady in Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam. So that's the first one. Another one is the Gailing clay pot rice from 649 Gailing in Singapore, which that looks amazing. Roast goose and barbecue pork from Joy Hing Roasted Meats in Hong Kong, which also looks amazing.
Yeah, that barbecue pork looks amazing.
And then my favorite one on here, and I actually saw this episode, was the white pepper crab from JB Aming in Singapore, and it just looks decadent. They give you so much. Like they give you the crab, they give you the sides. You kind of like build your own plate. But it looks to be amazing, and there's 6 other ones of his top 10 list. You can check it out. They're on Instagram on his page, I think.
Yeah, and it's projected to open in 2017. That's
That
the goal.
soon?
So yeah.
Wow.
I'm looking forward to checking it out.
I hope they start construction soon.
I know. For
also-
that large of a building.
He also said that he wants to keep prices low, but he's going to have top-notch chefs in there.
I wonder what he means by low, because especially in Chelsea and Manhattan, I mean that's difficult.
Yeah, but I think he's going to keep it to his projected
competitive,
idea is
maybe.
to keep it competitive and like the street food kind of stuff that you would find in Hong Kong or Singapore. There's another one on there. I don't have a picture for it, but it was this tostada, an avocado and shrimp tostada that looked amazing from Mexico.
Wow.
But yeah, if I'm in New York when it opens, I'm
Absolutely,
definitely
that's
going to go
going
there.
to be great. So many different options.
All right, so a little bit other news. This is some funny stuff, actually. Well, maybe not that funny. It is humorous, though. All right, so a Waffle House employee in Georgia decided to make his evening fun, and he dosed up coworkers' drink with meth.
Wow.
So that's pretty bull. I mean, what else do you
Meth.
expect from Waffle House?
Yeah, I
Meth,
mean,
not even once.
they have a reputation. I guess that would be the place, but
Not even
that's
once.
just,
Unless it's with waffles.
that's crazy.
I could do
Could
some
you
meth and
imagine?
waffles.
Like,
Why would you eat anything
Not-
if you're on meth?
I don't know.
I
I couldn't imagine being spiked with that.
On another note, in Wendy's, at Wendy's, this is on the East Coast, I can't remember what state, but this lady she ordered some food. She ordered like 2 spicy chicken sandwiches.
Those are the
And-
only thing you would order from Wendy's, by the way.
And then she found out that you could get the regular chicken sandwiches for 99 cents, so she decided to get 4 of those because I guess she only had $4.
Okay.
And they gave her the 2 spicy chickens instead, so the irate customer decided to jump over the counter, attack the manager, and bit her in her knee. Which
I would
don't
like to know how she got to the knee.
Well, I assume that like maybe she was taking some uppercuts.
Or maybe if she like flew over the counter and she like fell on the ground and like she just
Well, she
took
got-
a chunk out.
She got arrested, and supposedly the manager had to go to the hospital because she had a nice imprint of teeth in her
Oh, gosh.
right above her knee. But just like who
That
does
is
that?
crazy. I don't know.
I mean, you hear about these things happening more and more. Like I heard like when McDonald's started doing their all-day breakfast, there was an irate customer because they weren't doing hash browns at first, and he threatened to beat up the manager for that
Yeah,
too. And you're like,
that is the best part.
well, you know, I guess if
Discerning.
a hash brown really means that much to you, you might have like a priority issue.
People are
I
getting
don't
a little
know.
crazy right now.
Another thing happened in New York. Another New York incident. Listeria was found in a pecorino.
Yeah.
That was distributed to Whole Foods through what was it? New York Forever Cheese Company.
Yeah, I heard about
So-
that. There was problems in Florida as well, I believe.
Yeah, it got shipped to Florida and
Okay.
also in New York, and then they had to recall 3 or 4 other cheeses that got sent out to other states around the country. But New York and Florida were the ones mainly hit.
That's crazy because
and that
Whole Foods
goes-
is such a huge brand. And
Yeah, yeah. And
It's not good for
supposedly there was
business.
like a pecorino that was wrapped in walnut leaves,
Okay.
which is basically they soak them in wine, then they wrap the cheese. And
It's
cheese
so
is
good.
The cheese. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
great cheese. I'm kind of scared to eat it now.
I know.
But like this year's been weird. We have E. coli burritos. We have salmonella cucumbers. A couple years ago there was the huge tomato thing.
Yeah.
Like, it's
Now we have
just-
the listeria.
And my thing is like, you know, all these, sorry vegetarians, but vegetarians say, oh, don't eat meat because it can get you sick and all this stuff. I'm like, veggies can
now
get
all the
sick, too.
veggies are getting everyone.
Veggies and cheese. We're
Yep.
we're no longer safe, I guess. So other than that, what else happened to you last week? Do you have any other stories from work?
Oh my gosh. I swear, this is gonna sound really bad, but I swear my one manager has it out for me. They're, uh,
Doesn't like you?
yeah, and like
Okay.
everyone agrees with me because I thought initially I was being paranoid.
Okay.
I really did because I was like, I don't want to be dramatic. I'm not a dramatic person, and I wasn't trying to start anything. And so when I just talked to a couple of my really close girlfriends, you know, that I work with, I was like, you know, just kind of like watch the way he reacts to things I'll say. Like I'll just say something and he'll just like roll his eyes, or he'll like be like, that was a really stupid question, or like,
Is it the owner
And
or
then-
just the manager?
no, he's he's the manager.
Okay.
He's a bartender, but he's also the manager on duty.
Gotcha.
And yeah, and then he refuses to cut me. Like he'll cut normal people if it was completely dead. There was nobody there, and there were like maybe 30 people at the bar,
Okay.
but there were no tables. And it was 12:30 on Saturday night, and it had been like that since at least 11 to 11:30 on Saturday night. And he was like,
Yeah.
he wouldn't cut me, and everyone's like, "Why are you still here?" I was like, "I don't know."
There you go.
Yeah.
Not making any
So
money either.
I know, so that's frustrating, but whatever. Hopefully I can talk
That
to him.
sucks. I've
Yeah.
had to stand there with a thumb up my butt many times. Just
I
going,
know.
Why aren't you cutting me?
I
Like,
know, it's always
it probably
frustrating.
costs you more to keep the restaurant open right now.
It
than
does. That's the
is-
one thing I don't understand. I wasn't doing it to be, like, I'm not trying to get cut to be like, oh, so I can just like go drink right away. But I'm like, I mean, that's part of it, of course. But to not understand why you're keeping someone on, why you're paying them to be on when I was literally standing there.
Yeah.
So that was pretty frustrating.
All right, well, we're going to go to a break. And when we come back, we're going to talk a little bit about these James Beard candidates.
Yes,
They released
very
the
exciting.
2016 candidates. So we'll talk about that when we come back.
Colorado Media School, hands-on learning in one of the most exciting career fields out there. Internship opportunities are limitless. We have 3 on-campus radio stations, 2 TV stations, and you'll have the opportunity to participate in projects like doing play-by-play live from a sporting event or the 48-hour film project. We have after-graduation career placement assistance and financial aid for those who qualify. Check us out online at coloradomediaschool.com, on Facebook and Instagram, and CO Media School on Twitter and Snapchat. You can also call 303-937-7070.
I've been alone with you inside my mind. Hello, is it me you're looking for? Cause you know just what to say, you know just what to do. And I want to tell you so much. I love you.
Hang on, man. I need something to drink. Yeah, man. I need something to drink. Let's go get some water.
Go Fast isn't just an energy drink, it's a lifestyle, and no other company does extreme like Go Fast, even if it's a game of one-on-one. Remember, if you need to do extreme, then drink Go Fast.
Grappa's Bistro is your best choice for fine Italian cuisine. It's perfect for a romantic evening out where you can enjoy the extensive wine bar or listen to live jazz. Grappa's offers a comfortable atmosphere with both classic and modern Italian entrees from all regions of Italy, as well as daily happy hour specials. Grappa's, come and enjoy a beautiful dining experience, located in Belmar District in Lakewood, Colorado.
Due to language and subject matter, this program is intended for mature audiences. Any opinions expressed on this show do not represent those of the Colorado Media School or its affiliates.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Industry After Hours out of the Mile High TV studio. I'm Gabby, here with AJ, sorry.
I'm AJ Broilman.
Of course, I did that. AJ Broilman.
So, James Beard.
Yes, tell me about it.
Do you know what the James Beard is? The James Beard Foundation?
I know it's a very, very high award.
Yeah, it's basically the American style of Michelin stars, but American places.
But they give them, do they give them to the restaurants or the specific chefs?
Both.
Okay.
They have all kinds of different, they have sommeliers, they have outstanding chef, outstanding restaurateur, all that stuff. But the cool thing is this year, 2016, we have 7 candidates from Colorado that made it to the semifinals.
That's awesome.
And I actually have a list here. So the first one is Jennifer Jasinski from Rioja, which I was just talking about, went and did that.
That's so exciting.
And so that was really cool, going to Rioja and getting to taste her food. But
Yeah,
she's nominated for Outstanding Chef, and then Outstanding Restaurant is Frasca Food and Wine in Boulder, which is awesome. I've heard nothing but good things about it. Want to go out there. Supposedly have one of the best sommeliers in the country there, which is awesome.
Good to know.
Outstanding Restaurateur Frank Bonanno out of Bonanno Concepts in Denver, and he owns Mizuna, Luca d'Italia, Osteria, Marco, Green Russell, and Russell Steakhouse. That's all his concepts.
Oh, wow. That's
so
great.
he's up for Outstanding Restaurateur. See who else we have. We have Outstanding Wine Program from Element 47 in Aspen, which I've actually been there. It's really nice. And they have really good food, too. And then Best Chef Southwest is Steven Redzinkowski out of Acorn in Denver. That place is awesome. Heard nothing but good things about that.
Too.
Dana Rodriguez, Working Class in Denver. I haven't been there, but I've heard good things about that place too. And Alex Siddell from Fruition, which Fruition is one of the top 10 restaurants in Denver as we speak. So those guys are all up for James Beard Awards, which is kind of cool. They just did the semifinalists for it, so we're going to see here in the next couple weeks. I think they get announced in April is when they actually do the...
That's
but
awesome.
we'll know the finalists here pretty soon too. Which
we'll have to see if we can go check something out, maybe do a little review for everyone.
Oh yeah, totally. I'm down for that.
Yeah.
All right, so next up on the news, eggs.
Eggs.
You know what's
and chickens.
And chickens. You know what's weird about eggs? In Europe, you can let them sit out at room temperature for days on end. And there's a reason for that. Whereas in the US, they tell you to refrigerate them.
Right.
If you
I mean,
leave
I
them-
couldn't imagine not refrigerating them.
Yeah, like if you leave an egg out for more than 12 hours in the U.S., there's going to be some issues.
Yes.
Well, the reason why in Europe you can leave them out for at room temperature for a while is because back in the 90s they had a big mass outbreak of salmonella.
Okay.
So the government stepped in and made them do mass vaccinations on all the chickens. So basically, there were 18,000 cases of salmonella in England
Wow,
in
that's a lot.
1993, but they dropped that down to 459 cases in 2010,
That's
just by
amazing.
mass vaccination. Now, in the U.S., our USDA regulates to get that stamp. All you have to do is wash the eggs after they're laid and refrigerate them. So they're not vaccinating.
They put it all on the consumer.
on the consumer,
basically.
and yeah, they do, like the USDA does make sure that chicken farms, they're washing their eggs and refrigerating them
Yes.
right afterwards for good reason.
Mhm.
But that's why in the U.S. we have to stick our eggs in the fridge. In Europe, just hey, room temperature eggs, it's fine.
Right. Yeah, I found something very similar actually in Denmark. They did a very similar program since the 90s, and they actually have slightly better results. Since 2011, they have not had one reported case
Wow.
that they could physically link.
To link to chicken, but that's
yeah.
like chicken breast. See, that's not just the eggs.
Right. Oh, the reason that they said that they were focusing on the chickens is because when chickens lay eggs, this is the chicken versus the egg conversation, but when chickens lay the eggs, it's such a high probability that the salmonella will be passed down. So, yeah, so they started with the chickens first, I guess,
Yeah.
to try
Yeah,
to at least stop everything now being produced after
Okay.
the fact. But yeah, so they said that on the other side, after they did this, they haven't linked any cases, which is great. However, the price of chicken per pound has skyrocketed in Denmark.
Well, that makes sense
So-
though, because here's the debate I have is like I would rather pay higher price for chicken and know
I
I'm
would
not going to
too.
get salmonella,
Right.
than pay cheaper prices for chicken and have that risk.
Right.
You know,
I would
'cause-
too, but I did read that, you know, they gave some good reasons why they don't think that the U.S. would be able to make this happen. One of the largest reasons, obviously, is the cost.
Yeah.
And then going along with that, which makes a lot of sense now that I think about it, is Denmark and England, relatively compared to the U.S., are so much smaller, and we produce such a large amount of chickens.
Yeah.
And eggs and all that whole poultry, everything. So that would be really tough to be able to take out all the salmonella.
Well, I think
from
the other thing is like I think the farmers would fight it because
Yeah.
it would cost unless the government actually paid for all the vaccinations.
Exactly.
But like to go through all that and to actually like regulate it, that's going to cost money.
Exactly.
The farmers it's going to cost them money, and I mean, yeah, we're a capitalist country, but people want to save
Yes.
money too instead of
I
spending
know, but
it
that
all
was
the
that
time.
was the third point I was going to make, is exactly what you just said. It would actually require congressional action
Yeah.
for this
Well,
to
that's
be
what they did in-
possible, because they would have to basically force the farmers to do this, and they're like, why would we spend more money if you're not going to financially back us?
And that's what they did in England is to get the red line stamp. That's the food stamp for like, you know, the USDA. You get the stamp, grade A eggs, all that. To get the red line stamp on your eggs in England, they have to do a inspection of your facility like every year, and they make sure that you are getting the proper vaccinations and that they are vaccinating all the freaking chickens. So I mean, in theory, it sounds great, and that's cool that they've dropped it down. And it'd be cool if like America could really get on hand with that and how, because all these disease outbreaks it's nuts.
I know, absolutely, I agree.
So-
I mean, coming from a research background, it would be tough to do it to make the results like pure. But I mean, you could at least start with just a couple random sample, a couple farms throughout the country, at least, and just test it that way.
Totally.
You know, and just see, or at least one like whole small towns
Yeah.
throughout the U.S. and just see if you can
least test it.
decrease
See
the
if we
risk.
could
You
do
know, yeah, absolutely. I think it's worth it to at least try and see if you can get research to back up the idea.
Well, I got some exciting news
What's that?
too. When we come back after our break, which is coming up soon,
Yeah.
we have a guest. Joey's going to be on the show with us. I think
Awesome.
he works at Pinche Tacos. I have some interesting news about that. for
Yeah.
him. And then also we have the chef's
We have
servers
another
banter.
Yeah, we have another
So,
fun interview for you guys.
Yeah, it'll be good. I think you guys will like it. It's pretty funny.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Well, this is the Industry After Hours. I'm AJ. This is Gabby, and we'll be back in a couple minutes.
Yep.
Colorado Media School, hands-on learning in one of the most exciting career fields out there. Internship opportunities are limitless. We have 3 on-campus radio stations, 2 TV stations, and you'll have the opportunity to participate in projects like doing play-by-play live from a sporting event or the 48-hour film project. We have after-graduation career placement assistance and financial aid for those who qualify. Check us out online at coloradomediaschool.com, on Facebook and Instagram, and CO Media School on Twitter and Snapchat. You can also call 303-937-7070.
Inamax, America's finest sleep products since 1975. Inamax provides what you need most, a great night's rest. Sleep is essential to good health. With over 1,200 products to choose from, Inamax has it all. From air, water, coil, memory cell, latex, and even RV mattresses, Inamax is your one-stop shop for all your bedroom needs. So don't delay. Stop in today to one of our showrooms in Denver or Loveland. Inamax. Rest assured.
Have you ever been in this situation? Oh, poo! Well, now there's Miracle Everlasting Roll. It feels like you're wiping with a baby bunny. You can avoid another messy situation with Miracle Everlasting Roll.
Come as you are and join us at the Mosaic Church in Inglewood. Whether you're interested in an adult ministry or Inglewood's first youth center, Mosaic Church has something for everyone.
It's very welcoming, it's very open, nobody is turned down here.
We also have community outreach programs like our food bank, which helped feed more than 60,000 people last year.
It's a very special place to Inglewood, too. It's a very community-driven organization.
Mosaic Church, a place for all, a place for grace.
Due to language and subject matter, this program is intended for mature audiences. Any opinions expressed on this show do not represent those of the Colorado Media School or its affiliates.
All right, we're back at the Industry After Hours. I'm AJ Broilman, Gabby.
Hey.
And we got buddy Joey here. Hello.
Our guest.
Yeah, so first things first, you're going to listen to this interview real quick. It's pretty freaking funny. Basically, I believe we're talking about mods. Is it mods? Something like that.
Yeah.
We'll just have to listen to it and see what happens. So here's an interview that I did with Dave and Tom, and it's your servers bantering at first. So.
Taking care of other customers. And people would mod their foods all the time. And the kitchen manager would yell at me to tell people to order off the menu. And I was like, okay,
Me
so
too.
I'm supposed to tell the customer, oh, I'm sorry, you're doing too many food mods.
Yeah.
Pick 3 and that's it.
So that's like the opposite of customer service right there.
No.
Those fucking mods, like I get it. People want to change the menu, but no, you can't change the menu. And what you need is a chef that's going to be stern about that and trains the fucking front of the house staff to know that there's no such thing as fucking mod. So
I agree, and I'm sure on the special board it'll say that, and the servers also can convey that to the guests as well. Be like, listen, if you order this, it's delicious, but we cannot do substitutions on this evening. Yeah, I understand that.
Basically, what I gotta say to that is like, if the chef doesn't want to do mods, then he needs to tell the servers. That's it.
Yeah.
Be like, look, at the beginning of the shift, when you train the servers, you're like, look, you can't change this. But if it's a place like a bar or something like that, I'm sorry, man, you're gonna get that all day long.
Yeah, most places do have a before service meeting with the entire staff, so everybody's on the same page. But like you said, in smaller places or like pubs or whatever, they don't have that shit. They don't even know what it is. You know.
Like I kind of understand what they're saying because, you know, customers just feel like they're entitled to like whatever they want, and they probably hang out at the house and watch the Food Network. They're like, oh, I know whatever the kitchen thinks works together is cool, but I saw this on TV, so let's change this. And then they just want to like redo the whole f***ing thing. And everybody I work with, anytime that shit come in, they'd either say Burger King ticket or something to the effect of motherfuckers not being able to have shit the way they want because it's not fast food. Most of us can f***ing bang it out pretty quick, but
Yeah.
it's not like.
But like if you work in if you work in a place where you can't, where like mods are really, really hard, they don't do mod.
Yeah, any fine dining place I worked, the extent of mods were you can omit an item, but you can't substitute.
Yeah, totally.
If you have an allergy, then yeah, we won't put something on there that's going to get you sick. But we're not going to give you something free because you're a pussy.
I don't know. I think Tom put that one pretty well.
Yeah,
That last little
it was a great
segment.
ending.
Well said.
But it's true. Like mods are different. Like when you're in a bar, it's a lot different. You can get mods. Like you're gonna get the sides arranged.
You also get the people who are going to ask for so
constantly,
many mods.
constantly.
You know.
But then like when you're working fine dining though, and you're putting together a plate that takes 12 steps. I'm sorry, we're not gonna. Especially my favorite is when people go, oh, I'm allergic to onions, and then you're like, well, you can't eat anything.
Then don't order it.
Yeah. Well, the other.
Or we can't omit it.
Yeah, you can't omit onions out of a veal demi. It doesn't work that way. There's onions in there.
Like it's just cooked
Yes,
with it. Like
yeah.
that's what makes it.
My favorite is seeing those tickets that say I want a French onion soup. I can't have onions. So basically,
That's just a new level of stupid, I have to say. I'm sorry.
Like, so
It
here's
really
your
is.
glass of warm water, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. And a
But-
piece of soggy bread or something.
Right. So like, do you get mods at all? Like, have you had to deal with that?
We get it all the time where I work. Every
time.
Every ticket
Mhm.
is, especially because it's tacos and they're
Right.
specialty tacos.
Yeah.
So you have things like, like our carnitas taco, for example, has 3 things on it. So you always get like with maybe 1 thing done or 2 or sub this. But what's nice is too is we as a staff try to get creative
Okay.
as well. So that kind of, and then we'll tell like the regulars, hey, try this out, add this, add this.
Right.
But I think the kitchen gets really annoyed
Probably.
because they're like, great, now I'm adding these 3 things.
I was gonna
taking away
say,
2 things.
do they get angry pretty often when there's a lot of subbing or mods or stuff like that?
The kitchen staff definitely gets
Yeah.
angry, especially if we're really busy and there's a lot of tickets in the window.
Right.
They will hate when the mods are coming in.
All right, correct me if I'm wrong. I feel like omitting an item is way better than like substituting or adding something.
Well, the biggest pet peeve that I have in the kitchen is when people come in and they read your menu. So they're like, oh, you have a spring mix salad, and there's shaved onions on that and walnuts. Well, I want the blue cheese wedge salad, but can I get onions and walnuts on that? And the answer is no. We food costed that out to make it affordable for us as well as you. No, we're not going to just start adding a bunch of stuff. You can make up
This
your
isn't
own
create
dish.
your own salad. You can
Yeah.
go to a salad place for that.
Yeah,
Just
if you want to do
pick
that,
whatever ingredients you'd like.
go to a buffet, go to
Go to a
Village Inn
buffet,
or something,
yeah.
make your own plate, you know what they have, whatever. But yeah, it's just, I don't know, it annoys me more when I'm working fine dining because you spend so much time creating a dish and you cost it out and you have all these ingredients that just fit together that are supposed to go with this one dish, and then somebody's like, oh, I don't like that. Well, then don't order it.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Order
a
something
science.
else. Like,
It's a science.
we-
They all go together. That's exactly why you chose the ingredients. You just be like, oh, let's just throw onion in there because why not? Like,
Yeah, it's just.
that's not what happens behind the scenes.
Yeah, that could just throw off the whole your whole
Yeah,
palate.
exactly.
Like, and I consider myself an artist when I'm cooking food, so
As
that would
most
be
chefs are.
like me going up to Picasso and going, you know what, you should put some red in there.
Right,
Like,
exactly.
Like, hey, you should like maybe put some blue and stuff. Oh
Yeah.
man, like that's just you wouldn't do that to an artist.
Absolutely not.
But people do it.
Well, and I agree with that. And my also favorite is when you give them their food and they're like, wait, what did I order again?
Oh yeah.
It's
Oh,
like
my.
They don't remember what they ordered.
So I have a
and you're like,
table of like 8 or
Yeah.
10 people,
It
and
happens with big
like I have
parties.
other people helping me run food, and they're like, "Oh, who got the burger medium with cheddar cheese?" And everyone's looking around like bug-eyed, and they're like, "Oh my God, I don't know." And I'm like, "Who got a burger with cheddar cheese? Who asked for cheddar? That's all I want to know." And they're like, "Oh yeah, me." And I'm like,
That's
There
what
you go.
You know what you should do? Like every time you get like a real big top, just like every now and then, just bring the food to different people.
"Yeah, right."
Be like, oh, I don't know.
Oh, sometimes it is fun.
Let
to
them
mess
figure it out.
with People. I do that.
Potluck it. you know?
Exactly. Oh, I do that. I'll just take it over and be like, here it is. Whoever's this is, here
Right.
you go.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't really quite understand the concept of not knowing what you just ordered
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
for your meal.
I don't understand the concept of people that go into restaurants and think they can create their own menu. That just drives me insane.
Yeah, absolutely.
But
When that
people do it.
happens, I think the kitchen is about to have a hissy fit.
Yeah.
They're gonna freak out.
But the customer's always right. Well,
that's
we'll
what
be
I
back
don't
here in a few. We're going to go to commercial break here pretty soon. I'm going to be back with Joey. I have a surprise for you. I think I might have gone to where you work to eat.
Really?
Ooh,
That's awesome.
Sneaky.
So when we come back, maybe we'll talk about that. This is the Industry After Hours. I'm AJ with Gabby and our guest, Joey, here.
Yeah, we'll be back in a few minutes and talk about your trip.
Yep,
I'm looking forward to
totally.
this.
Colorado Media School, hands-on learning in one of the most exciting career fields out there. Internship opportunities are limitless. We have 3 on-campus radio stations, 2 TV stations, and you'll have the opportunity to participate in projects like doing play-by-play live from the sporting event or the 48-hour film project. We have after-graduation career placement assistance and financial aid for those who qualify. Check us out online at coloradomediaschool.com, on Facebook and Instagram, and CO Media School on Twitter and Snapchat. You can also call 303-937-7070.
At Peak Beverage, you can expect a professional and courteous staff, eager to provide you with an exceptional custom package event. With a large selection of fine wines, local beers, and a wide variety of spirits, you'll be able to host any event or party with little effort at all. Peak Beverage is a green company, recycling all products brought to your event location. Visit our website, peakbev.com. Peak Beverage, bringing you the party you want.
And cut.
Hey, did you remember those Doritos from my Super Bowl party tonight?
Oh, yeah. It's in my car.
Hey!
Breaking news, Doritos stolen. High-speed foot chase through Belmont now.
See you at the party.
Doritos!
Be your own person, choose your own music with Spotify.
Party people dance.
No matter who you are, you always have a choice. Choose your music with Spotify.
Due to language and subject matter, this program is intended for mature audiences. Any opinions expressed on this show do not represent those of the Colorado Media School or its affiliates.
All right. Back here at the Industry After Hours, I'm AJ Broilman. I got Joey standing here with me. I think I kind of dropped a bomb on you. You know what I'm talking about, though?
Yes,
I know
yeah,
where you work.
yes,
Okay.
yes, you will, yes.
All right, so Joey here works at Pinche Tacos, which is great. It's one of the top-rated restaurants in Denver. It's in
The Highlands.
the Highlands. Yeah,
Yep.
that's right. And it started out as a street car, right?
Yeah,
Like,
it
really,
started.
like,
Yep.
a
About
food truck.
4 years ago, it was a food truck, not a
Yeah.
street truck. That doesn't make any sense. A food truck downtown, and it just became so popular, it turned it into a restaurant.
You
And
have two
there's-
now, right?
There's two. The
Okay.
first one was on, the original one's on Colfax, New York.
Okay.
We here in the Highlands just celebrated our third 3-year anniversary a couple weeks ago.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I got to go in there on Valentine's Day a little bit earlier. You weren't there.
Not yet.
But we,
Not yet.
we
no.
have pictures of it. There's a picture of your restaurant. There's some of the salsas. You guys have 7 different salsas.
Yep.
And they're amazing. You can make them all handmade.
Yep, we
right?
only, yep.
Yeah, I think the ones we had the tomatillo, we had a roasted, and we had the radish.
Okay, so the roasted was the molcate one.
Yes, yeah. And then and we tried the tacos. We both had to get the pork belly taco just because you can't go wrong with that. Like there's no.
And that's one of our top sellers.
Oh, it's so good. And then I got the chicken crema one.
Yeah, the pollo crema.
Pollo crema, and then she got the grilled cheese one, which actually you guys put cheese on the flat top.
Yep.
And then
It's
it goes
fun
in.
to watch and better to eat.
Yeah, no, it was super good. And then my favorite, and I will definitely be going back for this, was the lingua.
I'm
Just
surprised
amazing.
by that, but I understand it. And the reason I say that is a lot of people are afraid to try that because, for those who don't know, lingua is cow's tongue. And people get really nervous. They're like, oh no, something new and exotic. But everyone who has tried it there loves it.
And I spent some time in Texas, and I've gone to a lot of Tex-Mex, little hole-in-the-wall mom and pop joints. But lingua is the one taco I would look for. And if you make lingua right, it's amazing. I've had it bad where it's chewy and gross. But the way you guys make it, you guys have to braise those for ever. Because is that how you guys?
Yeah,
do
we
it?
do. We do braise it. Yes,
Braise
we
it.
do.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's freaking awesome. It's so tender. The flavors were all there. It was great. But yeah, I think people do get weird about it because they don't know if they're tasting the tongue or if the tongue is tasting them.
It's funny to watch different guests because they come in, because I'll give the lingua to somebody, and maybe like someone else in their party is like, is that what I think it is? And they'll be like, and they're like, ew, how can you like that? Yeah.
But really, it tastes like if you've ever had beef cheek as well, or cabeza, it tastes like beef, basically. It is so good. It's just, I think it's the same with like calamari or octopus. Like if you're cooking calamari or octopus, you're either going to cook it really fast or you're going to cook it really, really slow. With lingua, you have to do it really, really slow. Otherwise, it's going to be tough and it's chewy. It has that texture almost like you're chewing gum. It's kind of weird. But that's the type of lingua you want to stray away from. Y'all's lingua is freaking awesome. Can't wait to go back.
I'm glad you like that.
And Will, is he still working there? He was
of course, Will's one of our
awesome.
Yep.
He was a great. He's a great server. So yeah, do you know the address? If you want to give him a shout out real quick.
Yeah, I mean it's we're on the corner of 32nd and Irving, 33 West 32nd Avenue, just right there on the corner. We don't have it says Tacos Tequila Whiskey, and our star is right in the front of it. Come check us out.
Ooh, the other thing that you guys have that's really good is I got to try the limeade.
The drink, yep.
Yeah, the drink, and they said it had Everclear.
Yep, it has
lime liqueur that you guys make in-house, and then just lime juice. And that was like, I could have drank like 3 of those. Like, that's like one of those things where you're all hot and you want something to drink. You could pound like 2 of those in a row and just be drunk, probably.
Oh, yeah.
But it was so good. Like
we're careful on that. Of course,
right,
yes.
But I'm sure there's a minimum.
Oh,
You can't go in there and get a picture of that.
No, we don't do that.
But no, it was delicious, man.
Well, good. I'm glad we have 18 different types of tacos, so you'll obviously have to come back.
Yeah.
I'm sure you didn't try all 18 of them.
I did not. I want to try you guys have a shrimp and scallop taco?
Yep.
What all does that have on it?
So it's 3 shrimps and scallop, and it's on our pico, our spicy pico, and it's got our avocado crema on top of it.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'll have to try that one next time.
But our most popular, the one that you do need to try, if you're into this, because again, it kind of depends. Our most popular one is our pollo agave, which is our fried chicken taco.
Oh, okay.
That
sounds interesting.
It's our best seller by far.
Do you fry it like Southern fried chicken, or is it like?
So what we do is we fry it with agave nectar.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, it's
awesome.
And then put it on slaw. Yeah, it's great.
Sweet.
That's our most popular one, and then lately we've decided to do different specials each week. Okay. So like this past week we had a crab taco.
Oh, nice.
We had a lobster one. Yeah.
Sounds amazing.
Yeah.
And we'll definitely have to check
We're playing around with a lot of new tacos as well, especially because in a couple months, in the summertime, is Top Taco, which is a big event in Denver and everything like that.
I know what you're talking about.
So last year we took 2nd place.
Nice.
I know this year we want number 1, so
of course.
It's all about creativity. So who knows? Right now our owner's keeping it a secret what he's got planned, but who knows what he's trying.
Well,
yeah.
Whatever he's got up his sleeve, man, he's doing the right thing with
Yeah.
everything so far. So I'm sure it's going to be delicious, no matter what it is.
Yeah, I'm glad you had a great time. It's good. The other thing you have to try, which a lot of people don't know about this because it's not on our menu, and also when you eat all the tacos and if you had the salsa, you're so full is our churros.
Desserts.
Yeah, we do churros with this Mexican chocolate sauce, which is, to say it's incredible is an understatement.
Nice.
Yeah, it's great.
Well, sweet, man. Freaking, I bet you guys have some good margaritas today, too, since
Yep.
it's National Margarita Day.
I'm not 100% sure exactly what we were doing for today, but I know we were doing different margaritas, and we've won awards for our pinche margaritas, so they're really good as well.
Yeah, I had the pinche soda as well. There's like 4 different flavors of that.
We have 4 different flavors of that. We have a lot of different. And what's cool too,
do all of them have Everclear?
Yes.
Okay.
And also going back to with the margarita, today's going to be even more, probably really crazy there because Mondays we do happy hour all night long.
Oh, geez.
So
Mondays
Mondays
get slammed.
Crazy, yeah.
Wow. How long have you worked there?
I've been there for about 1.5 years.
Okay. You like it?
I love it. It's a lot of fun. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah,
How long have you been in the industry?
I've been in the industry for like 7.5 years. I've kind of lost count at this point,
Okay.
you know.
Always front of the house, or did you ever do any back?
Always front of the house.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't really. It's funny that you say that because they do a really good training program with Pinche with their new employees, and I had to spend a day in the kitchen, and it was awful. Like I felt like I was in the way the entire time.
Yeah.
Like I'm just stay back and watch because it was just.
That's
it was
hilarious.
awful. No kitchen for me.
It can be intimidating.
Oh,
Well, man, it's been a pleasure talking to you.
Hey, man, I love talking to you. Yeah.
Hopefully you can be on the show a couple more times.
Yeah,
whatever.
of course.
It'd be awesome.
It's
I'm
great.
definitely gonna have to go to Pinche Tacos again.
Hopefully when I'm there, because it's
yeah,
more fun.
There you go. And I noticed that that place is very just well run. So look
Well, I
forward to going
appreciate it.
back.
Thank you.
Well, this is the Industry After Hours. That was Joey. I'm AJ Broilman. We'll be back right after this commercial break.
Colorado Media School, hands-on learning in one of the most exciting career fields out there. Internship opportunities are limitless. We have 3 on-campus radio stations, 2 TV stations, and you'll have the opportunity to participate in projects like doing play-by-play live from the sporting event or the 48-hour film project. We have after-graduation career placement assistance and financial aid for those who qualify. Check us out online at coloradomediaschool.com, on Facebook and Instagram, and CO Media School on Twitter and Snapchat. You can also call 303-937-7070.
The Rock Wood Fire Kitchen. Hand-tossed pizzas with a variety of toppings and blazed up in our wood fire oven. Specialty burgers and pastas. Don't forget to join us for happy hour, $2 off of our signature buckets and lava lamps. With a great rock and roll atmosphere, you can't lose at The Rock. Hell yeah, that's good pizza. Happy hour, Monday through Friday, 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. and 9 p.m. to close. 3 locations in Lakewood, Parker, and Highlands Ranch.
Theoretical Link.
All right, you guys ready to go?
We're open Tuesday through Thursday at 11 a.m. Come in or call to make your appointment today. Located in Denver at 7531 East Iliff Avenue. Call us at 303-750-0133. Theoretical Link.
Toy Auto Masters, giving you honest service for over 20 years. Our friendly and helpful staff offer regularly scheduled maintenance, engine repair, and more. Award-winning service from certified technicians and free shuttles. We'll have your Toyota, Acura, Honda, or Lexus back on the road.
I'm Dave Watson. I founded Toy Auto Masters in 1995. 47,000 vehicles later, you can be assured we'll take care of your vehicle too. Call or click today for service you deserve by people you can trust.
Due to language and subject matter, this program is intended for mature audiences. Any opinions expressed on this show do not represent those of the Colorado Media School or its affiliates.
All right, we're back here at the Industry After Hours. I'm AJ Broilman.
I'm Gabby.
All right, so you were saying that you had lunch with some friends.
I did. Some of our classmates, Shanessa, Dre, and Jesse, little shout out. We were editing for something unrelated to this, and we decided to go have some lunch downstairs, and we decided to have this discussion. It was mostly Shanessa and I, because we have worked in the industry, and Dre and Jesse were just kind of asking us some questions about how we would react to some things.
Yeah.
But we were talking about just the worst gut feeling in the world that you get as a server when you think that you forgot to ring in an order. Because it's rare, I have to say. I mean, at least for me, it's pretty rare, which is a good thing. But there's just always that one moment where I'm like, oh my God. And then I frantically go to the computer and check and see that it's not there, and then my heart drops, and then I have to ring it in. And then, of course, go straight to the window and get on my hands and knees and beg. Beg the chef
Jeez.
to help me fix the solution. And I totally understand. And for the most part, I'll go up. Like if it's longer than normal, like if it was just like a minute or so, then I usually won't say anything to the customer. But if it's like 5 minutes, I don't think I've ever been longer than 5 minutes, but I'll say, I'll kind of give them a heads up and let them know and stuff like that, because it's just that is the worst feeling in the world. And then,
well, I think it sucks most is when it depends on what you forget, because some things can get done really quick.
Right, like dropping a side of fries or something like that.
But like if you forget to put in like a Midwell steak, man, that's
bad. Or one of like your big specialties.
You better buy the kitchen crew a beer.
Yeah,
after work
absolutely.
for something like
You're
that.
like, I'm so sorry.
But like one of the things that, speaking of forgetting to ring in orders or just ringing in orders with servers, one of my biggest pet peeves with servers is when they when they take orders from like 4 different tables and then put them all in at once.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Well, that's why I was
stand that.
that's why I was telling her that's in those situations are where it's more likely that you forget an order.
Yeah.
That's how this conversation started. I was telling her we were really busy on Saturday night because there was a big hockey game at Coors Field. They set up a whole ice rink, and
Yeah,
so we got
CU and Denver U.
right. So we got slammed for about I think it was from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. right before the game,
Yep.
and so we had all these mostly big parties, big families going to the game and stuff like that, and so I would have all these people sitting at once, and so I try to take definitely no more than 2 orders at once.
Yeah.
Sometimes, unfortunately, people just keep waving you down, and it's hard. Like usually, I'm just like, I'll be there in just a moment, but it's hard
yeah.
to always do that. So what I do is I'll put in an order and try to wait about at least 45 seconds, at least enough time for them to call it, start it, and then have a new ticket ring in.
Yeah.
Something like that, 30, 45 seconds to a minute. And that is where the problem is that you can potentially forget to ring in. Because if you have, in the meantime, while you're waiting to ring that ticket, you will be going to do 10 other things and take another order, and then maybe just put that order in. So
Yeah.
that it's very scary when that happens. And the way it got brought up was because I thought it happened to me with a table of 8. And then the best feeling in the world happened when I looked it up and I did ring it in. So
Yeah, that's always a good feeling.
because I was really scared about that.
Yeah.
So
Well, sometimes us cooks, we forget to put things on the grill too. Like you
Exactly.
hear it, you hear them like, oh yeah, you got a Midwell steak, and then next thing you know, like chef's yelling at you, where's that Midwell steak? And you're like, oh crap, that's right, I was supposed to put that on there.
I know.
So that really
that's
sucks too.
That's
but
a scary feeling too.
Sometimes it slips
Because
your mind.
I've come up to a window before and seen tickets, and we're like, kind of like expediting out in the window and looking at, okay, what do we need? You know, I'll call like we have 7 fish and chips all day. Sometimes the chefs want you to talk to them, make sure that what they have lined up for them is what we have in the window lined up. And sometimes we'll kind of mutually realize that there's like a ticket that's missing, or we don't know where it is or where the food is or if it's cooking or not.
Yep,
And
I've been down that road.
That is always a bad feeling to have.
All right, well, in honor of National Margarita Day,
Yes.
I have this great margarita recipe. It's called the
Awesome.
Red Cactus Margarita.
Sweet.
And basically what you're gonna do for this one, guys, is it's 1 1/4 cup raspberry cranberry frozen juice concentrate. You're gonna put 3 cups of whole frozen raspberries in there. You're gonna do 3/4 a cup of frozen limeade concentrate, a 1/2 cup of triple sec, a 3/4 a cup of gold tequila, 4 cups crushed ice. Put that in your blender. Blend it up till it's slushy. Garnish your rim with a little bit of sugar and
Absolutely.
a
The
nice
sugar
lime
is the
on
key.
top. And that's called the Red Cactus Margarita.
That
So,
sounds amazing.
there you go. You guys should try that
I may
out.
order that when I go out tonight and
Exactly.
have a margarita in honor.
right?
I feel like I have to.
I think I need to as
Mhm.
well. I just think a shot of tequila sounds good.
Well,
right
that too.
now.
We could do
But,
that instead.
but yeah. So also, I'd like to do a little shout out for social media. What do you got for us?
Yeah, absolutely. Check out our Facebook page, The Industry After Hours. Tweet us at Industry After, and go to our website, theindustryafterhours.wordpress.com.
Nice. And oh yeah, you can email us too. I think it's at Gmail. The Industry
Yeah,
After Hours at Gmail.
Yep.
So this has been a really fun week. Like, you know, the James Beard candidates I think is really cool.
Absolutely.
There's 7 of them in Colorado,
It's
so
such
that's
a,
super neat.
Such a feat for Colorado. Like, it's
Yeah,
so
it's cool.
exciting. And
So
I look
I'm
forward to
excited about
checking
that.
them
I can't wait to go back to Joey's restaurant. Maybe we can go do that together.
Absolutely,
That'd be fun.
yes.
They have so many.
Absolutely,
There's so
we
many
should.
more tacos I want to try there. Of course, we should be looking into going to like Acorn or Working Class or like
Yeah.
Fruition.
We should
And
call them up, tell them we were interested in doing a review,
Exactly,
and
do a
hopefully
review.
we can have something written up for you guys soon.
Yeah, that'd be a
awesome.
lot of fun.
For sure.
So yeah, don't forget to refrigerate your eggs. That's
Right.
a big deal, unless you want salmonella.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
think is Chipotle back on track yet, or are they still having problems?
I think
It
they're
just-
starting to get back on track.
I hope so, man. I feel bad for that chain.
I do
Like-
too. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I'm still eating there. So,
Oh, man. I
I'll let
can't
you
do
know
it.
if I get sick.
I
But
can't do it.
I have faith, so.
And
hopefully
then
it's fine.
again, you know, Anthony Bourdain. It's gonna be so cool.
I know.
Like, it just seems like a really cool concept, and if he does it right and gets the right people in there to
Mhm.
do the food and stuff, I think it's just a great idea
Yeah.
to have this like. there's a place-
Absolutely, it's amazing.
There's a place maybe we can talk about it next time in Colorado that's kind of like that. It's
Okay,
like a
cool.
food court kind of thing, but it's more fine dining.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm really excited about the marketplace.
That's
for
awesome.
Anthony Bourdain.
Yeah, I go to New York City every year, at least once a year.
Lucky.
So I am so looking forward to checking that out.
Nice.
And so next week, what are you saying? We have Restaurant Week coming up
Restaurant
now?
Week is coming up. We're going to talk a lot about that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of Colorado restaurants that are participating in that, so that's really cool.
Awesome. So we'll have a lot of
So,
stories for you then.
Until next week, guys.
Yeah.
It's the Industry After Hours. This is,
I'm Gabby.
I'm AJ.
Thanks for checking in. We'll see you next week.
See you next week, guys.